Well, hello, fellow wet shavers. Lee here, know me on shaves. Remember me? Apologize about that, everybody. I'm just taking the last week and a half, 2 weeks off. I just haven't had the motivation. Got some other things going on in my life. You know, I've been trying to just get my relationship with God a lot more stronger and closer. So I've been concentrating a bit on that, as well as work and some family stuff. So without further ado, this is a video that it's been a long time coming. I apologize. If you haven't heard of Marion the Barbarian, you need to crawl out from under that rock you've been living under and go check him out. The dude is fantastic. He's been a pretty cool, fresh breath of air to the wet shaving community. Super passionate about this hobby. I mean, if in my mind, passionate wet shavers, he's right up there with IMCDB. Those two just for some reason always stick in my head when I think of someone who's really passionate about this hobby. And they both do whatever they can to promote this and just get people out there and get people involved. It's been really cool. And I'm behind on videos. I'm about 2 weeks behind on videos now. I apologize about that. But this morning I was thumbing through YouTube and I saw Marion's Highlander video. I lost it. Oh my God. Luckily I wasn't drinking coffee. Otherwise I would have spit it all over my phone. But anyways, that long intro just to talk about this razor. So, oh, my wife is calling. Be right back. My wife has great timing. Anyways, back to the razor. So this is a razor that Marion sent me some time ago now. He sent this along with a general sample of Weinstrasse, which smells fantastic, by the way. But I'm not going to be using that soap today. This is a vintage razor, Top Flight 6 or something like that. Don't know if you guys can see that. It's right there. And then on this side it says Biru Cutlery Ink. Man, I can't read. It's New York, US blade. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Trust me. So I used this in a video when I first got it. It had zero edge. It was really bad. So I went ahead and I honed it up myself. The first time it took me forever to get the bevel set. Let me jump into the rest of the stuff, and then I'll talk about this. All right. I've mentioned before that I'm trying to kill some soaps. Right now I'm working on Uncle John's. Uncle John's has not seen a whole lot of love recently, and I don't know why. Okay, I know why. There's been a lot of new stuff coming out. Everybody wants to try the new stuff, but Uncle John's makes a fantastic soap. So I'm going with Laguna Biru. I'm trying to burn through soaps that either I just don't use for one reason or another. The soaps that I'm going to be using, they all perform well. This performs fantastic. It's a really good soap. The scent for me just, it's okay. I mean, it's a clean, fresh scent. I forgot to look this up and see what the scent notes are, but it's a clean, fresh scent. If you like that kind of, I don't know why, it just keeps reminding me of laundry detergent, kind of. Something along those lines. Or dryer sheets, maybe? No, not dryer sheets, but something, I don't know, something like that. But it performs fantastic, and I'm trying to kill it. It's not easy. Brush, I'm going with the Heritage. This is the 3-step Ever-Ready with a 26mm Badger brush. All right, let me go ahead and get this bloom out of my face. Whew, out of breath already. So my last few shaves have been with this soap. Like I said, I'm just try to burn through some soaps as quick as I can. I know, blasphemy, right? But it's okay. I have plenty. I do like Uncle John's. I haven't tried his most famous one, or most popular, which is, I think it's Pappy's Pipe. But my favorite one that I have from him is Oy Vey. Ah, I love that scent of that soap. He doesn't make it anymore, but it's okay. He had mentioned that he's gonna rebrand Oy Vey. I don't know if he will or not, but right. So I'm just gonna really load it like I hate it. So anyways, about this razor. So I mentioned when I first got it that it did not shave at all for me. I mean, it was probably one of the worst shave ready edges I've ever tried. So I proceeded to hone it up myself. It was a bitch to get that bevel set. After doing a lot of trial and error and stuff like that, I decided to really take a look at the razor, and I found that the geometry was off a little bit because I looked at the bevel and it was not even. I mean, it was kind of like it would go kind of thick at the toe, and then in the middle it would get really thin, and then it would get wide again at the heel. So I ended up taking it to the diamond plate, just to kind of smooth it out a little bit, and it helped a lot. And I had a really, really kick-ass bevel set on that bad boy. And then I didn't finish it up. I set it up to the side, and then a couple days later, I was moving some stuff around, and I knocked the razor off the shelf, and it fell, and it put a little dink on the edge, and I was pissed. So over the weekend, this last weekend, I busted that bad boy out, and I honed it all the way up. So we'll see how it goes. It passes an semi-passes an HHT. It's nowhere close to a knife to the face HHT, but oh well. But at least, look at that. So we'll see how it shaves today. All right, so let me rinse this off real quick. Trying to make my shaves a little bit faster. So I'm going to show you how much soap we have in here. So there's I don't have the ring of death yet, but there you can see around the edges, maybe. That's about how much I have left. So you could almost see through it. And if this edge doesn't work out, I have a backup. So typically in my shaves, I try to talk about a little bit about Bible verses and stuff, right? There was one I think that really important in these days. It's important anytime. That's Ephesians Chapter 6, verses 10 through 18. I won't read them all. I want you to go ahead and read them up. Ephesians, I'll put the verse down in the description below, okay? But what it is basically is putting on the whole armor of God. It's a very, very good verse. You know, when it talks about, let's just give you the first one. Above all, this is 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. So basically, it's the armor of God is protecting you against the the deceitfulness and stuff of the devil. So it's really, to me, it's really, really important in these days and age. I mean, there's going to be a lot of deception out there on all fronts. I mean, how much of what the media is telling you can you trust? You know, there's lots of stuff you have to really pay attention to and see all sides of the story and do your own research. Soap does not taste good, but what shaving soap does taste good. All right, my friends. So I did strop it. My stropping routine typically is before I shave, I do about 35. I mentioned before, I like multiples of 7. I'm not OCD, but that's kind of OCD. So I tend to do that. I follow that scheme. When I finish shaving, usually I just go maybe 10. I go 7 to 14 strops on the linen or the canvas, just to kind of dry it off and get residual soap off. Man, that's smooth. Holy crap, that is smooth. Oh, some bitch. Oh, I think I did it. I did my best to mute that point because I know I suck at shaving, and it would just bite the shit out of me if I didn't mute it. So what was my progression? You might be asking. Same progression I always use. Set the bevel on my 1200 grit Shapton Kuromaku. Then I proceeded to the 4K Goken by Naniwa. From there, it's 8K Naniwa Goken. I think it's Kuromasu. No. I can't remember now, but 4K, 8K, and then I finish on the JNet, my new one. Ooh. Hands are wet. It's a little, so there's no jimps here, so it's no thumb notch. It's a little bit tricky to hold. I'm trying to make this video a little bit faster. I'm sorry, guys. But this edge is feeling mighty fine right now. This is gonna be a little bit tricky here. Hard to grit. The other morning I was testing another edge, and it was actually pretty sharp, and I got a little nick right here. But this is the first time I've used this after getting it home this second time. And it feels pretty good. That spike got me a little bit right there. A point, not a spike. I tend to do really good. My edges tend to do really good on like with the grain and across the grain, but against the grain. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on in the wet tube verse, so I apologize. But that Highlander video that I saw this morning just cracked me up. Oh my gosh. So now that I just wanted to get a good feel on this edge before I did my little thank you video to Marion. Because Marion also sent me a vintage badger brush. It was NOS, new old stock. Really, really cute little brush. I'm not sure, I haven't used it to lather up yet. I just did a bowl lather with it when I was cleaning it. And it's pretty floppy. It's a pure badger. It reminds me of that small badger I have from Art of Shaving. So we'll see how that goes. I'll do like I mentioned, I'll do a video with all that stuff later. I just wanted to test out this edge. So smooth though. Oh, and I'm also behind on comments. I haven't done anything wet shaving. I've been staying away from social media. Did I mention that? I might have. You know, I mean, I really haven't even checked Instagram. Pardon me, I'll browse Facebook for like 10 seconds, and that's about it. Whatever the first 10 things that pop up in my post, then I'm done. Or pop up in my feed, and then I'm done. I've got too much other shit to worry about. Nice. So please forgive me. The last post that I remember was from Jeremy Taylor, and he had mentioned about what he made a post in the content creators Facebook group, and oh man, I gotta dry this off. I'm having a hard time with my left hand today. Don't know why. But he made a post about seeing what people thought about using just like, you know, one blade, one soap, one razor for a week, and then tagging people to do that. Really good idea. But I piped up and said, hey, what about doing the same thing for a month? And it could give people a chance to try to burn through some soap, or even take that time to take a soap that you don't know very well and then get to learn how to use it. I mean, using the same soap for a month, you're going to figure it out. So I think as YouTubers, of course we want to use something different and new on each video, right? But sometimes it makes your journey in learning something difficult. Well, it's not a blood-free shave. None of my shaves are blood-free, it seems like. It's okay. Nice. This edge is turning out really, really nice. I was really, really worried about it. So, okay, I just rinsed off. I want to show you something. This is another good thing about Uncle John's soaps. I can't comment on scent, okay? Because scent is... Hold on. Can you hear that? I'm cutting hair. No soap. Good stuff. Uncle John's has some really, really good residual slickness. Look him up on YouTube. He posts stuff on making soaps and all kinds of stuff. The other thing about this particular soap, it does tend to give me a bit of irritation. And it's something, it's not his base. It's something in the fragrance here. And first pass, I don't usually feel it. Second pass, sometimes. Third pass, I'll feel it, and I'm feeling it now. And these nicks that I have don't help. Okay, man, I'm all red here. That's just the lighting in the so white balance. My phone just updated, and I don't know what the hell happened. This is the first video I've done since the update. Oh, shit. Not quite. But not bad. Not bad, actually. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Man, I always have a hard time getting the hair here. like a butter knife on toast. But I'm pretty happy with this edge. Came out as good as I can expect. Now, to get it sharper, do I have to touch up the bevel a bit more, or is it the refining process? I don't know yet. Because it cuts, so that leads me to believe that the bevel is set, but not too bad. Not too bad. Bear with me. I know this is long. Just my typical trouble spots right in here. My against the grain passes. It's hard. I always have a problem with those spots. But this edge came out pretty decent. Pretty good. So maybe I'll try a little bit of refining on the J-knot. I can feel some irritation here, so I'm going to stop. I'll clean the brush off camera. But here's what we have left in there. Quite a bit. I'm digging this brush. Look at that. It's a good soap. That was a pretty decent shave. I got soap in my ear. Sheesh. I'm pretty happy with that edge. I may take it to the J-knot just to kind of try to refine it just a little bit more. All right, quick recap. Uncle John's Laguna Biru. If you have not tried Uncle John's soap, do yourself a favor and try it. It works great. I've used this in different countries. It's lathered everywhere for me, so it performs as well as Sterling. You guys should know by now, I compare everything to Sterling. Everything. It's a good soap. Sterling's a good soap. Uncle John's is actually really good too. Now, does he have a scent you like? Does it cost okay for you? That's your call. Razor. Thank you so much, Marion. I have another vintage razor. I have two vintage razors. The first one I have has a slight smile to it, so I don't know how to hone it yet. But Marion, this actually turned out pretty good. So thank you, my friend. Thank you. And then the Ever Ready. This is the Heritage Collection. You can see in the bottom. I mentioned before, I didn't get to the comments yet. I'm sorry. I mentioned that this was given to me, but I told you guys I would not tell you who, okay? I told you that last time. But it's a good brush. I'm digging it. I mentioned that it is dense, so it takes more to really load up the brush. And that's an individual thing. It's totally up to you, right? Look, my weepers are starting to close up. A good shave. Apologize about my hiatus, everybody. I just have other things going on in my life, but hopefully I'll be able to get back to your comments and get back to watching videos again. So hopefully. With having said all that, please check out Ephesians Chapter 6, verse 10 through 19, I think. I'll post it down below in the description, okay? And then if I remember, I'll post a link to Uncle John's website. So take care of yourselves, everybody. God bless each and every one of you, okay? Please stay safe out there. Do what you can. And remember, as always, don't text and drive.